Thank you, sir.
All right, so let's rock and roll.
All right.
Everything gonna be up here. Okay.
Okay.
So I really do believe, man, that most people want a better quality of life. Now, what determines our quality of life? Man, that's just more time and more money. Greg, let me help you out. I know people out there who make real good money, but they work so much, they ain't got no time.
No time. Yeah, that's the trade-off.
There you go. But then I also know people out there who got too much time because they don't have.
No money.
Okay, so you got to get to a point where you can have both time but still have what?
Money.
That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game, is to have the time and to have the money. Now, just a little bit about our organization. So look at this. We've been in business since 1977, right? We're the largest independent financial service marketing organization in North America with over 151,000 agents. Since 2010, we was listed on New York Stock Exchange, and our ticker is PRI. We came out at $15 a share. Are you familiar with the New York Stock Exchange?
Yes.
Okay, so you understand the game when I say our ticker is PRI. So if you want to look us up, you look up PRI on the NYSE.
Okay.
We came out at $15 a share, right? Now, as of today, actually, I don't know if I updated, but let's just look. As of today, we're trading at $293 a share. So what do that tell you already?
It's growing.
Absolutely. Because you would have loved to be in there at $15, right?
Right. For sure. Oh, for sure.
Hey, $100,000 that we put in, $100,000 is now worth $1.8 million. Now we got it right at $954 billion of life insurance in force as of today.
Okay.
And we got about $112 billion of AUM. What that means is just other people's money we're invested. Now we got over 3,800 licensed professionals. No other company has 3,800 people that's licensed to do mortgages. And our goal is to go to 200,000 licensed agents by 2027. That's our goal. Okay. Right? So that's just a little bit about us. Now, we was rated the #1 most trustworthy life insurance company and the #3 most trustworthy financial company. That was by Investor Business Daily. You can look that company up. Now, there's a book out there called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. You ever read that book?
Yeah, my mom introduced me to that book.
Okay. The purple book with the purple and black cover, right? Now, if you can recall, he talks about how we choose to make our money. There's the cash flow quadrant, okay? Now, let's go through this, because a lot of people really don't understand. People say, I'm a business owner, and I'll be like, I'm not trying to,
rain on your parade.
But let me help you out. You got to understand what a business owner is. You just self-employed. You're not a business owner. So here we go. Me and you both know what an employee is. Employee is somebody has a job. Their income is based on a position, but not the actual person, right? So you could be a hardworking individual at a job, and your coworker could be lazy, but at the end of the day, we still get paid by the same amount of money because they pay a position and not the person. Employees have no control of time and no control of money. Another way you getting paid is you could be self-employed. This is where you find a lot of people. Dentists, doctor, lawyers, hairstylists, barbers, real estate agent. Hey, if a hairstylist don't have anybody sitting in the chair, how much money they make? So see, you can be self-employed and still not make money, but it still costs you money.
Right. Operating costs.
There you go.
Eating you away.
You got to still pay that stuff. I got to keep my clippers up. I got to pay my booth rent. It's still things you got to do, even if you ain't made $1
Even if you make $1 yet.
Right?
That's right.
Because you could be like, man, I started I'm just making numbers up. I'm not saying these are numbers. You're like, man, I'm starting in the hole $300 for the week because I had to pay my little rent or whatever it is. Had to get me some blades. I'm already $300 negative. That's business. That's part of self-employment, right? Now, self-employed people do have little control of time and money. Because, see, right now, you don't have to be there. But if you ain't there, guess what?
It ain't happening for me.
There you go. Now, you need to understand it's 90% of Americans on the left side. They're either employees or self-employed, but look what they share.
Well,
yeah, only 10% of it. So 90% of Americans got how much of the money?
10%.
That's it. That's a fact. Now, you want to look at what a business owner. See, a business owner is somebody who owns a what? System. Now, the key is they got other people working the system. So even though they're not there, the system still works. and they still get what you call an unlimited income. Now, some people may almost on the verge of it, but the key about a business owner is, guess what? They don't never show up. I know people who own things that hell no, I still need to show up to make my part of the money. Okay, you ain't there yet. See, if I can disappear for a month and 2 months and still make the same income, guess what that means? I now have a business. I got a system that will work even though what? I'm not working. I don't even have to hit a lick and I'm getting paid. See, that's the business. See, I go to Hawaii for a week, all these places for a week, I still make 5-6 grand even though I'm gone. What does that mean? I have a true business. Really, I just got a system that works even though what?
You don't have to be there.
That's business. So I try to tell people, no, a business is disappear for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You don't even have to call nobody there. You don't even have to check on nobody. And you still guaranteed your money. That's business. I know people who own stuff, right? I know, hold on one second. Hey, Javier, I'm in with a client. As soon as I'm done, I'll call you back, okay? All right, bye. So you got people who own stuff, but they got to show up. They got to make sure they ain't turn the place up. Make sure everything's shaking and moving, right? What if you could be in a position where you ain't show up? It's been 2 months before you popped up, and your income ain't moved a bit.
That's lovely.
Okay, that's business. So I try to tell people there's a difference between a business owner and somebody that's self-employed. If you still got to show up to the place you're on, you're really still just a high-paid, self-employed person. Don't show up. You're good then. I was talking with Khalif. I said, here's the thing about it. You remember when COVID came? Your barbers weren't making no money. So guess what you had to do? Foot the bill. Okay, that ain't business.
Yeah.
See, when COVID came, guess what happened to my income? That sucker kept running. That's business. And so I try to educate people on you got to get yourself in that position if you want that life. But if you want to be a true business owner, that's what you strive to. Because a business owner have complete control of time, complete control of money. They do what they want to do when they want to do. They don't have to go nowhere. I don't have to go sit with you. I do what I want to do. And then investor. Kind of how we put the money in somewhere and then start making some money, right? So 10% of the people on the right side, but look what they get to share.
100%.
So if you could choose which side you want to be on.
Right side.
Everybody want to be on the right side. And one thing I educate you is how to get there. So exactly what all do we do here? We do mortgages and home equity loans, auto and home insurance. We do investments, legal protection, identity theft, and life insurance. We just do business through some of the world's most recognizable companies. I'm pretty sure you could point at least one company you probably heard of before. Maybe even more than one, right? Like a Rocket Mortgage, Quicken Loan. Maybe heard of Vivid, maybe Fidelity, maybe Lincoln. The question is, why would these companies want to do business with us? It's pretty simple, man. We got over 151,000 agents. If they got, let's say, 24,000, who do you think could do more?
You got.
Of course, Primerica. So the name of business is this. If you can't beat them, what do you do?
You got to join them.
That's it. Do you know they pay us more money to do a mortgage? I can do a mortgage and I get paid more than a person to do a mortgage. They pay me more.
Did they kind of like outsource it almost?
Yes. Because they know they could get more done because of what?
Manpower.
Absolutely. Let's just keep it simple. Let's say you're selling remotes and you got 100 people out there selling remotes for you. And then I came and said, hey, bro, look, I know you pay all your people 25 cents per remote they sell, right? I get 151,000 people selling your remotes. I guarantee you each person will sell at least 2 a week. You selling out 300,000 a week. But we don't want 25 cents a remote. We want you to give us at least 50 cents a remote, 60 cents a remote. What would you say?
Well, we go out and sign up.
There you go. You ain't gonna even question that because you gonna make your money off quantity now. You get what I'm saying? You make your money off. You like heck, 60 cents. Sell them.
Yeah, take that.
I'm fixing to go from selling 200 a week to 300,000 a week. Matter of fact, we can put some bonuses in there for y'all. Because it's business. You just got to understand business. So as of today, we're a company with zero debt. We don't owe nobody anything. Do you know last year we paid our sales force $1.2 billion in a year? Just to help you out, that's like $100 million every month is what we pay in commission. And we're backed up over $3 trillion as of today. So would you agree we're pretty stable?
It sounds like this. Yeah, it appears that way.
Absolutely. Now you see that's why our stock is running, right? So now let's look at some of the challenges that are going on today. Believe it or not, 74% of workers are paycheck to paycheck. Bro, that's not my opinion, that's a fact. Okay? The average American has over $90,000 in debt. Everybody don't have that much, but I'm pretty sure you would agree with me that people are in debt.
Yeah, for sure.
About 60 million households are what we call underinsured or uninsured. They ain't got no coverage. This is why you see the GoFundMe accounts when somebody pass away, or we got to go sell plates. We got to do something to scrape up money to bury somebody because we did not have life insurance. And then about 30% of Americans don't even got $25,000 in saving and investments for retirement. Would you agree this is what's taking place in our society today?
Yeah, I can see that.
Now, what if I tell you I got a solution to make it all disappear? What would your response be?
So let me see it.
Okay, so let's roll. Here we go. First thing we're going to talk about is something we talked about earlier, the rule of 72, right? Now, this is a simple calculation and show you how to double your investment. Have you heard of this rule? Okay, let me tell you, you heard of it, you say no was the rule because you said something to me that made me believe you know of it, you just never been taught to you. This is how compound interest works. This is the math behind compound interest. So I'm about to teach you how it all works. That's all it is compound interest, okay?
Okay.
So wherever you decide to save your money has an interest rate. So when you go to banks, your savings account don't even give you a 0.5% on your interest rate. So wherever your money's at, take the number they give you. Let's say they give me 1%, and just divide that number into 72.
Okay, though divided into
And divide it into 72. That's why it's the rule of 72. So if I put money at 1% and I put $1 in there, it's going to take 72 years for $1 to turn into $2. How does that sound?
That's sounds slow, but for sure.
That sounds slow. That's horrible.
72 years. I might know. Oh my God.
But see, you don't know the rules. So you put your money in the savings account. Actually, in the savings account, it could be 144 years because you get a 0.5%.
0.5%. Well, is that the same thing as is it called an APY?
Well, yeah, because it's giving you your percentage and it's telling you what it's going to give you. But see, we never knew what that stuff was for.
Right.
It's telling you how long your money going to take to double.
Might double one. My great.
Thank you. So let's look at an example. Let's say you get your money at 3%. 3 goes into 72 24 times. So if you drop 10,000 in that account, it doubles every 24 years. So that's 20,000. 24 more years is 40,000. Let's say you get your money at 6%. 6 divided by 72 is 12. That same 10 grand in that account now doubles every 12 years to 160,000. That's a big deal, right?
That's a big deal.
But what if we get up in that 12% and you get 12% in something called a mutual fund? 12 goes into 72 6 times. That same 10 grand and that account doubles every 6 years to $2.5 million. Wouldn't you agree that that's a huge deal?
Huge deal.
So what happens is we as people take our money to the bank and they give you the lowest rate they could possibly give you. And then they take your money and invest your money to the global economy. And then they make thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars off whose money?
My money.
Is that fair?
That's not.
See, I felt that way too, but let me ask you a question. Who made you put your money in the bank?
Nope, that's my fault. I take accountability.
Okay, see, we just do what we see everybody else do. And if you continue to do what everybody else do, who do you wind up like? Everybody else.
Yeah, like everybody else.
So look, we don't want to be like everybody else. We don't want to be like the 90%ers, okay? We got to make changes. So the first thing I educate you on is you need to learn how to invest in what we call a mutual fund. And you need to go get a higher rate of return on your money. And guess who gets to enjoy all the interest build up now?
Me?
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. So see, if you want to build up some wealth, You first just need to learn the rules of money. There's no way you can win a money game if you don't know the rules. And this is, if you ever go to college, your easy classes are like one-on-one. This is rule 101 when it comes to investing. You got to understand the rule. The higher the interest rate, the good it is for you. But watch this. What's the interest rate on a credit card?
24%.
Okay, 24, 25%.
Yeah,
so see, now you're letting it work against you.
Yeah.
So if you ever had a credit card and you paid a minimum balance of $30, it goes down $30, then 2 weeks later, it goes back up $20, and you're like, I paid $30, but it's only showing 10. Well, the interest hit, but guess who get to keep the interest on that?
I do.
The credit card company.
Oh yeah, in that
situation. But if you learn how to do this and you get yourself in a fund that you can take advantage of it, you then get to accumulate all the wealth. You are not going to build up wealth if you don't have this working for you. It's not that hard.
Right.
It's just that you've never been taught how to go get this.
Right.
But that's what you got me for. We good on that?
Yeah, we good on that.
Okay. So now I'm going to give you 3 easy steps to becoming financially free. Step number 1, we're going to talk about paying yourself first.
Oh, yeah, man.
You got to pay you first. But her, I got bills. I understand.
It's simple for people to be.
But
I've neglected it. That's what I'm about to say. It's simple for people to neglect it.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
So here we go. I feel like you need 3 fundamental accounts in your life. The first account you're going to need, bro, is something called an emergency account. You need 3 months of income in there. Why do you need it? Let me help you out. Life happens to who?
Everybody.
I don't care. It rains on the rich. It rains on the poor. Life happens to everybody. So whenever, let's just put it like this, whenever life started life in, we want to have the money. We don't want to go to the bank to borrow. We don't want to go to our friends to borrow. We don't want to slide no credit cards. We want money that we could go get. The reason why I suggest you may save this outside of your bank so you just don't have access to it. Because see, have you ever put money in your savings account and just because it's there,
yeah, oh man,
you go take it just because it's there.
Man, find something to spend.
You find something to spend it on. So remember this: out of sight,
out of mind.
Have you ever had something of yours you put somewhere and you left it there? Then 2 weeks later you need it. You're like, where the heck did I put it?
Yeah.
See, out of sight, out of mind. That's the way it works.
Yeah, that's good. And then when you come back to it, this will be growing.
There you go. That's the key. And then one day you have a flat tire. You're like, dang it. Hold up.
I got a little.
I opened that account with her and I call you. Man, I know I ain't got hardly no money, but I need a tire. And I'd be like, how much the tire? $150. I said, okay, great. You know, how much I got there? $1,300. You like, what?
Oh yeah, perk that shit. That money.
Because see, you didn't even know because you forgot about it. I just said, everybody coming like, I know I ain't got hardly no money, but I need this.
Yeah.
I had somebody call me the other day. I know I ain't got much money in there, man, but I need like $500 even if I got that. Guess how much they had? $5,800. He was blown away.
For real?
What? You sure? I said, that's your account.
Are you sure?
I said, you ain't been paying no attention to it. Out of sight, what?
Out of mind.
Out of mind. He said, man, I ain't never in my life had $5,800 saved. Never.
Yeah.
And that was just his one account. He had other accounts with me too, which I'm about to show you.
Okay.
So the second account I talked to you about is a short-term account. We need 6 months of income. Now here you be like, hold up, bro. 6 months. Remember the statement I told you. People don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. You get 6 months, bro, saved up. You just never had a plan in place to get you to 6 months. Right? And why do you need it? In case we have an unforeseen event like COVID. See, especially if you self-employed and COVID came through, it could have took you out the game.
Right, for sure.
Right?
Oh, yeah, if you was on the edge, pushed you
right
over.
Oh, you push you over then. And then, just in case somebody lose their job. Now, if you got 9 months of income, 6 months of income sitting on the side, and COVID hit, how you feel?
I'm strong.
Oh, I'm good.
I'm strong.
You ain't stressing.
Nah.
See, this is where a lot of my clients was. They weren't worried about no money.
Right.
Because they had what you call a plan in place. See, you got a plan in place. If these edges break, I promise you, I don't even know much about you, but I guarantee you gonna be like this. Shoot.
Something.
And keep going.
Yeah,
and the person that see ain't gonna even know.
Oh, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Keep it moving, man.
See, you have a plan in place. But this is the only one you got, and you don't got no other thing, and this does it all, and this break. Now what you saying? Shit. You panicking, I don't know what to do. Yeah. So see, just the same way you got a plan. Yeah, man, everything good. Hey, this done broke. He don't know it. You finish him up. He looking good, feeling good, and you like, he leave. You like, let me look. Okay, I just need to get done. Come on, man, I'm ready. And you gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, at least you can manage by planning. You can manage your growth, or you can manage your losses by planning, and it give your movement some structure and discipline.
Yes. So remember this: you want to be proactive and not reactive. Because see, if this was your only pair and it broke, you gotta react to the situation. Oh, man. But see, you proactive. You say, man, I got these edgers, and these edgers. Man, that's too many edges. You don't need those. You tripping. Whatever. And you cut. And so you drop a pair. That blade ain't gonna be good no more.
It ain't gonna be good no more. It feel like you hurt your own self.
Yeah, because you know what? Okay, but you could just don't like that. See, you was proactive. So when a situation happened, you don't got to react to panic because I still got 2 more on the side. Same with money. You lose a job, COVID hit. You got 6-9 months of income. You was proactive, so when the situation come, you like, I'm good. And everybody looking at you like, dude, why you so calm? Everybody over panicking. What you doing? How you gonna figure this out? What's out there we can apply for? Everybody panicking, and you more like, bro, I'm good.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm good. And now they want to know, why are you good? Because last time I checked, we all did the same thing. You just had plans. You was proactive. And then your last account is going to be your wealth building account. See, this is your retirement account. You're 46, right?
Yep.
You're 46. One day you're going to be 66.
Oh, my God.
It's coming.
Amen, brother.
Right? That's a blessing. You get that. But you're going to be 66, and guess what you're going to need? Some money.
You're going to need some money, man.
You still going to need money.
You're going to need money.
So if you got a plan, Express Family. You got a plan. This is my dog.
Okay, take it. Okay.
Hello. This is he. I mean, I was congested. I've been taking that liquid that you gave me, the syrup, or whatever. It's a form of a liquid. I've been taking it. I've been taking it every 4 to 6 hours, so I'm assuming I just got to keep taking it, right? Okay. I'm not as congested as I was. I don't have all that pressure in my face anymore. I am feeling better. Not 100%, but I'm assuming if I just keep taking that liquid, I'll be good, right? Okay, cool. Sound like a plan. All right, thanks. I got congested, man. And she gave me this medicine, which you can't hear it in my voice now, but at first it was.
Man, Kylie just got over that. I went through it too, man. It took, ooh.
But this was Monday, and I got the medicine. She just said, look, if you still feeling bad, just call me. I'll make sure I take care of you. So
nice.
That's good.
That is for real.
So we need the retirement account because you will be 66. Let me tell you something. If you don't put a plan in place for retirement, bro, you're going to be cutting forever. And again, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being real with you.
I know what it looked like.
Okay, there you go. And the reason why those people are still cutting is no disrespect. But some of them have to cut.
Yeah, you got to cut, man.
Because they didn't have no retirement account. And it's easy as a barber, you could go through those spells where you're like, damn, I'm killing it. And you stacking up, but the problem is you're not saving up. You stacking it, but you spending. You having a good time. And then when you get older, somebody read you can't stand as long as you used to stand. Your hand ain't as straight as it used to be. Now you're like, man, what's going on? You just getting older.
You're getting older, man.
So you got to prepare for that. And that's why I'm going to introduce you to this Roth IRA because that's something you're going to have, okay? So those are the 3 fundamental accounts. If you get those 3 fundamental accounts in your life, life will be easier. You can just look at them and say, man, if I had that in my life, now I'd be feeling good.
Yeah, for real.
It's common sense.
Yep. Oh yeah. You got a backup. You got a cushion. You got defense
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I tell people, you can't always just be on offense all day, every day, scoring. What happened when you have a bad drought? Meaning I ain't making the money I was making. What you got backing you up now?
Yeah, really. Yep. I can see that.
Any questions on these 3 accounts?
No.
And just to give you last thing, people be like, bro, but I ain't got a lot of money. Let me help you out before we even keep going. You don't need a lot of money to get a plan.
No.
You just need to want to get a plan. You say, bro, honestly, how much money do I need to have? I don't know. That's up to you. You can say, hell, I got $300 a month. Guess what I'm going to tell you? Great, let me give you a plan. Hell, I got $500 a month. Guess what I'm going to tell you?
Let me give you a plan.
Great, let me give you a plan. Whatever you tell me you got, that's reasonable. I'm going to tell you, let me give you a plan. But just notice about a plan. You just need to start something. You may think $200, $300 ain't a lot of money. I'm going to ask you this. Something is better than what?
Nothing.
Because before you met me, did you have any of this in place?
No.
Okay then. So I know we want to hit the grand slam all the time, but you just need to start getting into what we call a habit. And then as you make more money, we'll start boosting these things up more. But don't feel like you need thousands of dollars to get a plan. You don't. A few $100s a month can get you moving in the right direction. And I always tell people, okay, how much you commit to? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if we commit to $400 a month, are you going to have to call me and say, "Hell, I can't do it this month because my light bill due"?
Right.
So I need a budget to where after you done paid the light bill, the cable bill, and everything you done paid, necessities. Now you going to the club, hanging with the buddies, that ain't a necessity. You gotta understand. Do you want to build up some wealth to retire? You want to go keep hanging with the fellas?
Right.
Now that's your fault. But the rest of the stuff we need to pay, right?
Right.
And after you pay that, are we okay with it? Yeah, but I can't do happy hour like I always do it. And
it's gonna be a sad hour if you don't do it.
there you go. But see, again, I had those are the talks I'm gonna have with you, and I tell people I'm not gonna apologize for being honest. You'll thank me down the road for it. You may kind of go rebut me right now, but down the road, 2, 3, 4, you like, bro, thank you so much for pushing me to do this. Cause you even know if you've done this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you know what it'll look like. You just ain't never had nobody put the plan in place for you. Now you can start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and it ain't a darn train. All right, now let's go to another step. Step number 2. If you got any, this is just going to show you how to get out of debt. See, the reason why we can't get ahead, we got too much debt. Imagine you ain't have no debt. You got to keep all your money.
Oh, man.
Yeah, tell me about it. We all feel that way. Literally, we all feel that way, right?
Yep.
Man, what if I could just keep 100% of everything I made? Life would be so da-da-da-da, whatever that may be. Okay. So, this right here is an easy concept. You probably already heard of it, but I always tell people it's easier to say than to do it. Because you got to have what I call, which is discipline. Okay? You gotta have discipline. All right, so with that being said, here we go, debt stacking. Pretty simple. I think you'll like this right here. So this person is 35 years old. This is all their debt. They spend $27.20 a month on their debt. Everybody got a number. You know your number. You know everything you got to pay, even though you don't want to pay it, but you know your number, right or wrong.
Right.
All right. Now, most people, if we paid this retail card off and freed up $220 every month, what would most people do with that extra money?
Do something, spend it somewhere else.
You darn right. That's just who we are as people. So I said, this is what we're going to get disciplined. What if we took that $220 and we just rolled it on top of the debt of $353? Now we're going to pay $573. But I want you to notice something, Greg. The monthly payment stayed the same. And then after we pay that off, well, we took that and threw it on top of our car loan. Now we're double paying our car loan. But guess what? The monthly payment what?
Stayed the same.
And every time we pay something off, we just keep taking all that money, rolling on to the next debt. And eventually, we'll have everything paid off, spending the same exact what?
Money.
Most people, if you blow the money like me, you say most people do, in this situation, that validated in 23 years, and look what they spend on interest alone. If you follow the play I just put in play at 35, that validated in 9 years at age 44. Send them $130,000, but spending the same what?
Same amount.
They'll spend the same money before I met them. And then once I get them out of debt, we'll take that 2720 and at 9% invest in a mutual fund, and that 67, that's 2.4 million, spending how much extra money? Bro, I can help anybody build up some wealth just by first getting you out of debt. I tell everybody, we all sitting on a fortune, we just don't have a plan in place. Now, this takes discipline. I always ask people, I don't know, is it worth it? I can't answer that. All I can do is, you know how they say you take a horse to the water?
Can't make him drink.
Okay, I'm just going to take you to the water. You told me you're thirsty, I'm going to take you to the water. But if you don't drink it, it ain't my fault.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I tell anybody, you could get out of debt, bro, and you could get yourself in a good position. You got to want to be in a better position. Any questions on that? Last thing I'm going to teach you, man, is step number 3. This is protecting your income. Now, you told me something that was, I'm assuming when I say this, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not perfect. But you mentioned you got a grandson. And to me, just the way you was speaking, that grandson means something to you.
Oh, yeah.
That's just my opinion, though.
Oh, yeah.
That grandson means something to you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? And your baby do too, though.
Yeah,
your daughter do too. But that grandbaby means something to you.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. And this is something you're going to have to capitalize on. You're going to have to get yourself life insurance. Because, see, God forbid, if something happened to you today, I will ask you this question. I know what you're going to tell me, but I'm still asking. If something happened to you today, would you want to make sure your baby girl, but your grandson taking care of them?
Really, both of them.
Both of them. There you go. No, I'm saying you want both of them good.
Both of them.
But then you got to ask yourself this question. This is the one we don't want to hear, but you got to ask yourself this question. If something happened to you today, do you got enough left behind where they'll be okay? And then never have to worry.
Nope. I haven't. I don't. I'm not. Not
okay,
yet.
no, and that's okay. But if I can help you get that plan in place, is there any reason why you wouldn't want it? Okay. So I'm going to help you get it. I'm going to put it all together here at the end. All this fits to come together in a little bit, okay? So let's talk about insurance. Insurance is a nine-letter cuss word to somebody need it. Nobody never want to talk about it. Nobody want to talk about it because people don't think that can happen to them. And no disrespect, life happens to everybody. I've been in this business. I done saw caskets longer than this table. I done saw caskets half the size of this table. It happens.
It does.
And again, I'm not the guy that, you just a negative guy. No, I'm not. I'm a realist.
Some people don't like truth and realists. But
I'm just a realist because of everything I done dealt with in life. Because I got a business. I deal with a lot of people. I done had people sit down in front of me because they 6-month-old passed away.
Yeah,
right?
That's tough.
I done had people sit down with me because they lost a daughter at 20. I done had them sit down with me because they lost a son at 20. I done dealt with it all.
At least they was able to sit down with you and be somewhat prepared, you know.
Well, that's because they were my clients. So they was prepared. And I done had a lot of them fight me. Man, I don't need insurance on my kids. Ain't nothing gonna never happen to my kids. Let me tell you something, bro. If you had that much control over life, you've been in a different situation. We all will.
Sure.
But let me tell you something. I don't know what's gonna happen in my life and with my kids. But one thing I'm not going to do is get caught with my pants down. I ain't going to be like, dang it, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, because somebody educated me, but I don't want to be hard-headed. That's all that is, and say nothing ain't going to never happen to them. And I had my buddy in front of me, and he was like, man, I don't believe in that stuff. Let me tell you something. If something happened to you, and you have to go bury your son on the Saturday, or you taking your butt back to work on Monday? I don't want to. Well, if you ain't got no money, guess what you're going to have to do? This is why you get life insurance in place, so if something happens to your kid, you take care of everything, but you still can take a month off.
Yeah.
All right, bro. And he got $50,000 on this kid like I told him to. 24 years old, passed away. And he sat right there, man, and we cried together. He said, I sat with 3 years ago in this seat, and you say, bro, just get it in place. And I was against you. And whoever thought my son would get in the car accident and pass away. And he said, now, I ain't worried about work. I ain't worried about no money because of the way you put everything in place. I said, but see, now that's a testimony. And, of course, he told his other family, like, no, y'all got to get stuff in place. And he had a relative who, her daughter at 20 years old passed away in a car wreck. Right? Listen to this. You ready? 3 years later, her son passed away at 20 years old in a car wreck.
Too much for the heart to handle, man. Tough.
And he said, man, we all went broke trying to pay for that stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I said, it's hard. And then don't go out to take a loan out because you got to think about it every time you pay the loan.
Right. Now the APR is working against you.
You got it.
And then in a time where you should be able to grieve. You know?
There you go. This is what I tell my client, I don't want you worrying about money. I want you to worry about the thing you're supposed to worry about. And that's just losing the loan. I'm going to take care of the funeral home. I'm going to take care of everything for you because we don't have the money. But what we don't want to do is you like, okay, I'm trying to grieve, but I can't because I got 2 weeks to come up with 10, 12 grand that I don't have. That's hard.
Yeah. That'll make you grieve even more.
And that just hurts.
Yeah.
So let's look at life insurance real quick with that. So there's two types of life insurance. There's cash value and there's term. Are you familiar with any one of them? Okay. So the cash value whole life, a cash value policy like a whole life, a IUL, variable, they build up cash. Let me tell you what I mean. In this situation, John got $150,000, Mary got $150,000. They spend $295 every month. Every time they pay their monthly payment, money goes into their cash value. What people like about it, especially our people, is they tell them every time you pay this payment, money goes into cash value. But what they forget to tell you, it takes 1 to 4 years for that money to start growing. And if you want some of that money, you have to borrow that money. Me and you both know anything you borrow don't belong to you.
Right.
And this is how they get people. And you got to pay this back anywhere from 5% up to 8%. And if you die, they're going to take your death benefit, pay what you took, keep your money, and give your family whatever's left. How did that sound?
Terrible.
And do you know this is what a lot of people have because they've never been educated? Especially a lot of African American, middle class, and lower income. This is why you done heard people say, my grandparents had life insurance for 30 years and there still wasn't no money to bury. This is why. So let me just show you what we teach. Let me show you what the wealthy people do. The only thing we tell you is this right here. Well, I want you to buy term and invest the difference. So what that means is this. We're going to take the same money they were spending, put $400 on John and Mary, 10 on both of the kids. We're going to do it for $126 a month. Now look at this. If John passed away, do Mary want $150 or do Mary want $400?
400.
All day, every day. Do they want to spend $295 or $126?
Oh, 126.
$295 minus $126 is $169. If we take that money, we save them and invest it with the rule of 72 in a mutual fund, that's $500,000 when they're older. Which program you want? The one on the left or the one on the right?
Right.
See, everybody always pick the one on the right. But if people got anything, it's this one over here because they've never been educated. Any questions on that? So now let's put it all together. The goal is to help you build a financial house, okay? The most important part of a house is a foundation. So let's just say, for instance, I'm not saying this is your income, this is an example. Let's say, for instance, you make $5,000 every single month. That money is going into your household, right? Support you, help support your baby girl, your grandson when need, right? God forbid something happened to you. Is the barbershop still gonna send your family $5,000 a month?
No, not that I know of.
Okay, now what they supposed to do then? Okay, that's what most people say. So this is what we're putting in place. You ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna put a foundation in place for you. Okay, this is how you build a financial portfolio. We're gonna put a foundation in place because without a solid foundation, everything can crumble. Am I right? So that's gonna be anywhere from $250,000 up to $500,000. Now, God forbid, if something happened to you, we could take some of that money and put in that mutual fund. And do you know it can still pay your daughter and grandson a check even though you done passed away? For the rest of their life, they get a check.
Oh yeah.
They get a lump sum and they get a check. Now, since you got a foundation, you can build a house once you got a solid foundation, right? So once we get your foundation, we then go put that emergency plan in place. Because life happens to who?
Everybody. And
then we're going to put that retirement in place because you just told me you don't want to work forever. And now, if it's important and cause important, actually, I'll do a 529 for the grandson. Or just a UMA account. That way, that account, you don't have to go to college. You can use it for whatever you want.
Yeah.
UTMA. UTMA. Or /UGMA. That account can be used for anything.
Okay.
But the 529 is only for college.
Okay. I think I want to go with the UTGA.
Yeah, that's the UTMA/UGMA. Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
And you could put money in there every single month. When they turn 18 or 24, something like that, they could take that money and do something with it.
Yeah.
You can do that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. That's what my baby got.
Yeah. I mean, I did come from entrepreneurship, but I mean, it may take some courses, trades, but who knows? But
you never know.
Either way.
I said I don't want to make it to where if I put all that money in 529 and she don't go, you get penalized big time now.
They be throwing money away now.
That's exactly what you're doing, throwing a lot of it away. And then the last thing is your goals and dreams. See, you got goals and dreams, bro. We just got to make sure we put a plan in place so you can get them. Then we give you a lawyer 24/7, 7 days a week if you need one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Man, do you know that costs you $28 a month? You ever heard people say, I'm calling my lawyer?
Yeah.
You're like, damn, they got money. Man, we got money, but we spend $28 a month.
Man.
And do you know that lawyer cover me, my wife, and my kids?
What? Okay. Oh, that's
and
great.
we use Ross and Matthews, which is the largest firm in the state of Texas, located in Dallas, downtown Dallas.
Okay.
And that's another product we have. And the last thing we do, that chimney right here, last thing we do is just smoke all the debt out that household.
Okay.
Because see, a household that's debt free, the stress level go down. So I always like to end and ask this question right here. On the scale 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, how will you rate your desire to make more money, make sure you and your family is properly protected, become debt free, and one day financially independent?
I'm gonna do the 10x, 10.
And you know I ain't never had anybody sit in front of me and tell me anything less than 10.
Yeah.
Never. Because see, you can't do better if you don't know better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And my goal is just to educate you. Now you can make an educated decision based on the things you learn. Okay, do I need a plan? Do I need the 3 fundamental accounts? Or I don't need that stuff in my life. See, you now got a little knowledge to where you can make those decisions. That makes sense?
Makes sense.
So with that being said, what you like best about what you saw?
The potential to move forward with some structure.
And that's the key right there. You said it big. It's moving forward with some structure. Because see, now you know where you're going. You ain't guessing no more. And see, you're the type, as long as I know what I'm doing, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I can do it. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to sit down and educate. Versus just say, okay, hey, how much you got a month? Let's get a plan. And you don't even know what you're doing, but you're just doing it because I said to do it. No. I'm different. And I know advisors charge people to talk to them. I ain't charging you nothing but your time. But I do that because I need you to understand it all. Now, all that makes sense to you. It's kind of like, hold up, everything, my vision getting clear.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I see it. I got to have my life insurance because if something happened to me today, I don't want my household to crumble. So that's why it's my foundation. That's why that's the first thing we do. That's the foundation. And then from now I can start building my house up. If you ever saw a house built, they do the foundation first. And then they start putting all the weight on that foundation because they know the foundation can hold it. Am I right?
Right.
And then before you know it, after they get it all built up, they put a roof on the house. I never saw a house get built from a roof down.
No, that's different. That'd be different. For sure.
Never seen a roof just sitting up there and say, okay, I wonder how that's floating. It don't work that way.
Nah.
And so this is how I educate people on getting wealthy, man, and building up some wealth.
Okay.
And it's just getting the plan. It's simple once you see it. Now, we're going to continue to talk because once you become a client, we always talk. We always analyze your accounts when need be. But you got a plan in place. So with that being said, I got to build you a house. Now, listen to this. A house is not built in one day. So don't think you got to go hit a grand slam today.
Okay.
No. The house is built a foundation, and then we're going to start putting up the layers of the house. Okay? But don't think, damn, I got to do all this at one time. No. I don't even let clients do it all at one time unless they pushing me to do it. I say, no, first thing we're going to do is focus on the foundation. We're going to do it step by step.
Okay.
That way you're not feeling overwhelmed. And okay, I understand what we're doing now. Okay, yep, we're on the next step. And we do this at a step-by-step deal. Okay. Some things we could do all at once. Some things we'll do more than one thing. But we're going to take our time.
Okay.
So first thing I'm going to ask you is this. what's a good monthly budget for you that you know you can stick with, that you're comfortable with? But it need to be comfortable to you.
Yeah.
Don't feel like, well, I'm a little embarrassed to tell you. No.
I'd say starting out with $100.
Okay,
you know.
so if $100 is what's comfortable to hey, come here for a second. Is Mr. You come in. I may have something in there. Is Mr. Daniel up here today?
Or I'm not working.
He not working?
No working.
Where he at?
Fine.
He's here? He's here?
Yeah.
In the suite or out there?
Working.
Daniel!
Yes, sir. How are you, man?
Man!
Oh.
Guess what happened?
Call me, man.
Guess what happened?
Yes, sir.
I don't know why it keep happening. My sprinkler. Why? I turn it, do everything. It just keeps happening. Is there a valve in the ground that you could? Well, that's the problem. Nobody never showed me that. I need to turn it off in the ground.
Only that one.
Yeah,
And drain it.
I turn the one off right here, but it still have water right there, and it cracked right there.
You need to turn off that one, only the main. You both handle leave it open, not close.
Okay, see,
Put it
I
in it.
only opened both handles. I didn't even know where the one in the ground at.
So let's crack one more time.
Yeah, I don't know if the bell cracked or if it's just the bottom pipe cracked. But it's cracked. Something's cracked because they had a big block of ice on it. Yeah, I call you, but I gotta get it
You
fixed.
come in the weekend.
What day?
It's all right.
I won't be there. You can fix it. Just tell me how much,
Yes, sir.
and I can call you.
Yes, sir.
But it's something's broke on it.
I need to see.
But you need to go in my garage though to
No,
turn it
really.
off. No.
Because I only wanted.
Okay, because it's off in there.
Yes, fine. Off.
Okay. Just let me know.
Yes,
You
I got
come-
to sell it.
You come by Saturday. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
how you
I'm gonna be at my daughter's game at 8 o'clock in the morning. I gotta leave my house at 6:30 a.m.
No, when I come in the morning.
So you just